A very good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Wish a happy and blessed Saturday to all of you. I'm Pampuri, the organizing secretary of this program, which is a long 2 months program on livestock entrepreneurship practicum. And we have today as our speaker of the day, Professor Dr. Anupam Krishna Dixit from Central Institute for Research on Goats, Magdu. He has already joined us. He is with us this morning. And besides the speaker, we have some of the entrepreneurs in the goat farming, which have their own success stories. And we have been blessed to receive those entrepreneurs on this platform this morning. And this is all because of our speaker of the day, Professor A.K. Dixit. He has groomed these entrepreneurs and wish to introduce them to all of our participants. That will be really a thrilling session for us, where we'll see that the entrepreneurs that have been groomed by our speaker and they are with you, and you can exchange your views and they can exchange their experiences with our participants. That will be probably the beauty of this session on this morning. Besides, I heartily welcome our Dean of the Faculty, Professor Tufail Ahmed Bande. He is with us. He has joined our meeting today in this morning, and all other participants of this program and the members of the committee. We have Dr. Tufani with us. He is the course director. Dr. Jalaluddin Para, again a course director. And then we have Rauf Pottu with us. He is the course course director there. We have many other faculty members from the Faculty of Veterinary Sciences, besides the participants, which include the internees. Our participants of the day, they are mostly the internees and some PG students. Since we have launched this program for outgoing graduates, so as to sensitize them about this entrepreneurship, which probably our new educational policy 2020 is also encompassing that. Besides, we have now that innovative startup programs from the government of India. So this all in context of all those programs which have been launched by the government of India. We are organizing this program for our veterinarians so that after their graduation, they could find themselves not only the job seekers, but the job providers for the others also. So I really, and we all are blessed to have this morning with us Dr. Anupam Krishna Dixit. He is the senior scientist. He has done his PhD in the agriculture economics from the Institute of Agriculture Sciences, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, in 1998. He has done his master's in livestock economics from IVRA, Izzatnagar, graduated in agriculture sciences from Kanpur University. He has worked as a deputy manager, sectoral analysis and studies group, National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, Anand, Gujarat, and he joined the ICR in 2011 and presently working as a senior scientist, agriculture economics, ICR CIRG Magdu. He has some 14 years of research experience in the field of livestock economics. This is where we want to harvest his experience in the livestock economics. And his areas of interest, that's the livestock development and planning, environment and livestock marketing, techno-economic feasibility studies, business models, agribusiness management and impact assessment, Then he has many research projects in hand, and he has roughly 30 research articles in pre-reviewed journals, popular articles, some 15 popular articles, invited papers, many books and book chapters, draft reports. All this is in the name of the speaker of our this day. And then he has been awarded many these awards he has received. He has been affiliated and life member in Agriculture Economics Research Association, New Delhi, life member Indian Society of Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization, is a member Indian Society of Agriculture Marketing, member Range Management Society. This is a brief about the speaker of this day, Dr. A.K. Dixit. He has been kind enough to accept our invitation and spared his precious uh, time out of his busy schedule. And he is joining us this morning. He's live there with us. And probably this is the second webinar. The earlier we are having with us Dr. Mahesh from Director CPDO Bangalore. And this is in continuation to that program, our program. That's a lengthy program of 2 months. We have today one more a virtual meeting with our speaker of the day, A.K. Dixit. Before I formally invite our speaker of the day, let's hear some words from the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Tufail Bandi, sir. Sir, Professor Tufail Bandi, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pampari Saab. Well, I welcome Dr. Dixit for today's webinar. As he has, Dr. Pampari has already given the detail about the program. This is the program related to the entrepreneurship of in the present scenario. This entrepreneurship is very important in view of the jobs which have to be provided to the graduates or the BVSc students or masters of the veterinary sciences. And this program has been chalked in view of these situations. And goat farming, as you know, is a very promising sector in the livestock industry. And I suppose livestock farming will help for development of these entrepreneurs for future uh, programs. In view of this, the goat farming is very important. And in our Kashmir Valley, we have also very good avenues for goat farming. And then the students, they will have a chance to hear from the expert that who in today's program is Dr. Dixit. I suppose he is having a vast experience in his subject, and he will be providing very good information to the young budding entrepreneurs. As Dr. Pampari has said in SCOST, we have already a number of programs running for the entrepreneurship under the NEHAP. And in this program, this entrepreneurship program for the students has been chalked out under the leadership of our worthy Director Planning and Monitoring, Dr. Nazir Ganai. I suppose this program will be very useful for the students so that they will tap up this entrepreneurship and they will have their own enterprise, and they will be providing, rather, they will be providing jobs to the new young emerging employees in future. So that is all I can tell you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Tufail Saab, for your nice words. Yes, definitely, we are hopeful. We're not only suppose, but we are confident and that this program or our day, the speaker, our participants will take benefit out of it. We are confident about that, the success of this program. We hope and we wish and we pray to Almighty that a good comes out of this all programs which are associated with this entrepreneurship practicum, livestock entrepreneurship practicum. We're all confident. Let us all pray that we are blessed with these programs and we take some message to our home and it shapes our future. Let's hope that it shapes the future of our graduates with the experiences of our speakers and the entrepreneurs which will be having today with us. Without wasting time, I will humbly request Professor A.K. Dixit to take over and start his presentation, and he can share his screen also. Most welcome, sir. Most welcome this morning, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. Dr. Tufel Bandi Sahib, Dean, Professor and Dean, Dr. Pampuri Sahib, all the faculty of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Shuama College, and all the students. We are very lucky that today I am just seeing the number. Now it reached to 79 participants. I hope that they will cross 100 after some time. And I am very happy that the students are with us and they are going to listen in this all about that goat farming and especially goat entrepreneurship development in the country. And some entrepreneurs, or we can say that some progressive farmers are also joining us today. I requested 4 or 5 some good progressive farmers who are working in the goat sector. Mr. Aslam, Mr. Rashid, Kalyan Kuli from Bengal, Mr. Sandeep and Rajdeep from Haryana, and Mr. Krishna is from Karnataka, Bengaluru. So I again thank you to all of you. At the outset, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the organizers of this weekend webinar, and especially the topic is very, very important. That is entrepreneurship development. So I am going to share my presentation. Sir, is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
okay. Thank you.
It's clear.
So today's this weekend webinar is goat-based. I am going to deliver even a small lecture on that goat-based entrepreneurship development. I am working as a principal scientist in the Department of Agriculture, Economics and Extension here in the Central Institute for Research on Goats. So this whole presentation is I have divided into 2-3 important parts. First part will cover that what is the goat scenario in the country, and what about that small holder goat value chain, how this goat sector is contributing to the livestock economy, national economy, and what is the production trends, how it is changing, population dynamics, everything. And the second part is that what is the economics of the goat rearing first, then second is what is the role of technology, what is its economic impact, some ex-ante assessment we have done for some studies, and we are going to show those results. And the last one is the entrepreneurship development, what efforts are being made by the CIRG, or how we are organizing this training programs, and after the training programs, these all the entrepreneurs, all the farmers, goat farmers, how they are converting their goat farms into that commercially viable units. So I requested to all the by this progressive farmers, please join today. And I am seeing 3 or 4. Mr. Rashid is there, and some other are also, I can see them. So let's start with the goat in India as an option and advantages. You can see that the goat is distributed and well adapted to different types of extreme climatic conditions. An efficient production system with respect to environment constants and other inputs. Small ruminants have higher survival rates and under drought conditions compared to large inputs. Better rearing potential under constants of limited land forage area, higher environmental stress and disease prevalences. And the very important this attribute is short productive cycle, short getting interval, and high incidence of multiple birth. There is a potential for a high annual offtake of goats than cattle and buffalo. Comparatively low susceptibility to diseases, can be raised with the locally available feed and fodder resources or under intensive or semi-intensive basic system. Can be easily handled by the women and aged persons of the family. So this is a very important character of this animal. This animal is a short size with clean habits. So women's and the aged person can handle these animals very easily. Goat has a great potential to improve farm family income with low investment. If you see that the growth trends in the goat sector in India, recent change with the recent data available with us, that the livestock rearing provides principal source of income for 3.7% of the agriculture household of the country. 70th, this is around NSSO information. We have compiled from there. According to Food and Agriculture Organization, India supports 16.1% of the world goat population and 6.4% of its sheep population. Goat is second largest livestock species, as we are aware that livestock census being done by the Department of Animal Husbandry, and these censuses cover all the animals, which is cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, horses, ponies, and mules, donkeys, pigs, and poultry birds. And if we compare this with in the number of this small ruminant, what we call it goat, the second largest species, it constitutes around 28% of the total livestock population. The goat population increased from 135.17 billion to 148.88 billion in 2019. It's almost 10% increase over the 2012 livestock census. Country ranks first in goat milk production, second in goat meat production, and goat sector contributes. We have done a small exercise on how this goat sector is contributing in the terms of value. Then we have worked out that it is almost 38,500 crores, almost a big figure, 9.2% of the total value of put from the livestock sector at current price. So this is a figure, this value we see in the 38,500 crores is a big number, and it's contributing a contribution from the goat sector to the livestock sector. Sector contributes 5.63 billion tons of milk. It's 3% of total milk production of the country. 1.08 billion tons of the goat meat, 13.4% of the central pool, and 0.18 million tons of skin, country's total. Huge domestic market. You can see, and I can say it. I can underline this line: huge domestic market with a strong demand for fresh meat and milk. Most preferred and costliest meat priced 450 to 500 rupees per kg, compared with the other meats available in the market. India is the largest exporter of the sheep and goat meat, around 18.42 thousand metric ton, valued rupees 800 crores. The preferred destination is Middle East. Goat, as we know that the goat is a poor man's cow, we can say that poor man's cow. And if you see that the goat value chain, we are always talking about the goat value chain, goat milk and meat value chain development, and some other related topics nowadays. So basically, India's goat value chain is a small holder. Dominance of smallholders in goat production, 33 million custodian of more than 75% of goats. Importance for the employment generation also, it's equally important. Significant contributor to the household income, it's around 15 to 35% is average, and particularly in ecologically vulnerable and drought-prone areas. It's a very important animal for these areas. Productivity gap varies from 50 to 150%, mainly due to the shrinking pastures, lack of supplementary feeding, and low adoption of technologies, inadequate support services, which also include the veterinary care and the graded facilities. A smallholder goat production can generate efficiency gains from low-cost, locally feeding options. It's a very important point that smallholders goat production can generate efficiency gains from low-cost, locally feeding options. In subsequent slide, we will discuss about that, how the technologies are improving the efficiency of the goat production. So goat rearing considered to be an important contributor to doubling farmers' income and poverty alleviation. Commercialization of goat farming is on the rise, drawing interest of the rural youth in goat farming, with establishment of increasing number of goat farms across the country. We are receiving large number of applications for the training programs which are we are organizing on the scientific goat farming, commercial goat farming models. So it's showing that the large number of people are coming for the they are being motivated, or they are coming to the goat farming, irrespective of their caste, creed, and other things. Enabling policy environment in favor of small ruminants, develop partners and stakeholders. This is very important for the improving the smallholders goat value chain. If you see that what kind of management system country, the extensive management system, it's grazing based, semi-intensive management system, it's grazing based plus concentrate supplementation, and the intensive management system is stall fed. So today we are having some entrepreneurs who are keeping their goats on intensive management system. Mr. Rashid with us, and he's keeping animals in intensive management systems. He will talk about how he's running their farms. If we see that the flock sizes, as I told you, the average flock size in the goat breeding household, this is actually very small. If we work out that country level, what is the flock size? So if you see that this is a distribution according to land holding size, and we have compared with the 2002-3 to 2012-13, almost 10 years of decadal this gap. So flock size in all India, all the land classes, it has marginally, it is slightly improved, 3.28 to 3.47. And you can see that in landless, marginal, small, and medium, and all, it is almost they have increased. And if you see that in the case of large, 5.52 large holding sizes, it has increased to 8.66. So it means that the people who are having a good area of land, arable land, they are also interested, they are also motivated towards the goat production. So goat production is gradually if we see that the production system, how it is transforming. So goat production is gradually shifting from the extensive to semi-intensive and intensive management. As I have discussed in my previous slide, there's a lot of factors which are responsible who are driving this shifting from extensive to semi-intensive or intensive management system, due to shrinking pastures and grazing lands, and this land is shrinking, resources are shrinking. So the people are consolidating their goats and they're keeping their goats at the small fed or some case they're semi-intensive. Partially they are grazing and partially they are providing the concentrate to their goats and earning good income. So in the last table, you can see that the providing livelihood support to the millions of marginal small farmers. As I told you that poor meant is poor meant cow, poor means cow. And if you see that the percentage of goats distributed among all these landholding sizes, the marginal, small, and marginal plus small, almost 76% of goats are marginal and small farmers are the main custodian of almost 80% of goats in our country. That is why we are calling it the poor man's cow, is those who are basically resource poor. And we see the distribution of goats according to this is a 34. There is a 34 breeds which have been characterized, and they are distributed as per the agroclimatic zones. All these goats are distributed starting from the Jammu Kashmir to this Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So these 34 breeds distributed. CIRG is having 20 it's AICRP units which are running with that universities and some colleges and some NGOs also. These units are keeping or taking care of almost 20 goat breeds out of these 34 characterized breeds across the country. These are the key constants in goat production. Low genetic potential, as we are all aware, that scarcity of quality bucks and does. This is the problem. The trainees who are coming to us and getting the training for 7 days or 10 days from CIRG, the most important question is before them is from where they buy quality bucks. So this is a very important constant. Low genetic potential, scarcity of feed and fodder, and high prices of feed ingredients is also very important when we are talking about commercialization, when we are talking about the stall fed goat production. This is a very important because feed and fodder constitute around 60 to 65% of total cost. Incidence of diseases, this risk factor is always there. Inadequate veterinary infrastructure and access, knowledge gap on goat practices. This is which required training programs and other capacity building programs. Lack of credit supports from the credit institutions, lack of processing infrastructure, poor market linkages, and appropriate sector policy and regulatory body. So when we are talking about that improving farmers' income or doubling farmers' income, 59th and 70th round of National Sample Survey Organization data tells about that between 2003 and 2013, animal husbandry has shown that the maximum compound annual growth rate is around 23.70%. So the growth trend over the last decade indicated the higher growth can come from the horticulture, dairy, livestock industry, and related to field crops. So this is a very important, and the broad approach towards the achieving the vision of doubling of farmers' income by the year 2022. It's this the running year. This will the net income. By increasing the net income from each unit of farm, by reducing the cost of cultivation, increasing per unit of yield, and ensuring higher market return to the farmer produce. So, if we see that the improving goat farmers' income, if we see that in our case, goat sector, the present status business as usual. The under extensive management system, this is zero input based production system, the income per goat per year is about 3,200. With some improved practices, which is with some little intervention on nutrition, health, and management, income per goat per year improved to 4,800. It's almost 1.5 per times higher than the present district. With improved practices and smart marketing, this is very important. Smart marketing is very, very important. The production, scientific goat production is important, no doubt. It's very, very important. But simultaneously, the smart marketing is very, very important. So this practices plus smart marketing goats under semi-intensive management system with smart marketing may earn profit at the tune of rupees 6,500 per adult per goat. So if you see that it is almost double of the extensive management system. So by doubling income per goat per year, the contribution of goat rearing to the household income may increase from 15 to 35%. It's an average figure. Now, what is the role of technical interventions? What is the role of technology? We have in 2012 goat population based. It is a one exercise. It is a country assessment of. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, आवाज आ रही है?
Yes sir, आ रही है sir.
अच्छा. So this is one exercise that we have done on the basis of 2012 goat population. It is an ex-ante assessment of net economic gains from proposed technical intervention in goat production. There is a lot of scope to harness the more benefits from the goats in short run. We have considered 4 interventions. There's a breeding, improvement in breeding, disease management, and nutrition intervention, and marketing. Marketing is simple that we suggest the farmers that you sell your animals at a commercial age, not before that. So there is, you can see that this is all in million rupees, and the gross gain in the case of breeding, this is a 23,000, 24,000. In the case of disease management and nutrition intervention, is 44,000, and marketing and commercial is 25,000. So that overall gross gain is coming 1,16,809 million rupees. The cost of intervention, because this is all about the gross gain, but the cost of intervention, it is coming around 59,922 crores million. So, and this net gain is coming 56,000, and the gross gain to cost ratio. In the case of disease management, you see that it is coming around 3.56. This is a gross gain to cost ratio. Means if you are investing, if you are incurring 1 rupee on these interventions, how much you are getting? So if you are incurring 1 rupee in the case of breeding, it will give you 2.38 rupees. Disease management is 3.56 rupees. In the case of nutrition intervention, it's 1.45. In the marketing, it is almost 2, and overall it is 1.95. It's 2. So means that the overall benefit cost ratio is 1.95. And in the case of disease management, the figure is coming 3.56. This 3.56 is coming because of the cost of intervention is the least. So it's very, very important that the disease management is playing a very, very important role in the case of goat production. If you visit the some villages, I have done many studies and collected data from the farmers, field conditions, and they have reported that there's a mortality among kids and adults is almost 15 to 20%. So if you are going to save these animals, then you will get a large number of marketable surplus, and this will put you in the win-win situation. So, sorry. So if we convert it into the percent, the total value of output, so this is a 1.24% in the total value of output at current prices from livestock sector at 10-11, and 14.74% of the value output from the goat sector for the year 2012. So it means that we are going to go for this intervention, and whatever contribution is coming at the right now from the goat sector, it can be improved by almost 15%. So this study was also reviewed by one of the very honorable this member of Niti Aayog, Dr. Vivek Devroy, and he has also told in the last line of his this article, which had been published, which was published in the Financial Express 2016. He also made one small point that it's a very good and very good exercise, but who will pay the cost of the interventions? Now, the economics of goat, which compared with the other ruminants, you see that the goat versus sheep, and the goat versus cattle, goat versus buffalo. In all the cases, you can see the magnitude of economic difference in goat farm. These are some studies done by the Acharya and Patnaik 2054, 75, 74, and the Pasha have also did this study in 19. So this is a economics of goat eating, approximate for medium size breed. For the we can say that the for Burberry, it's a fixed farming system, and semi-intensive management system. The recurring cost, it is a very simple model. We always suggest to the young guys who are who are leaving their villages, especially in this some ecologically fragile zone of this UP, also when Bundelkhand region is there, and many students after completing their BA or graduation, they are leaving their villages and they are moving to Delhi, Mumbai, and some other places, and they are working in a very harsh condition. Some chemical factory, they are pulling the rickshaws and running the auto rickshaws and other things. So how can we retain these young guys in their villages with their own self-dependence? This is a very small model, 50+2. We always suggest to the young guys that you start this unit. It is fixed cost. The economics of this model is very simple. Fixed cost is almost 4.61 lakh rupees. It includes the construction, animal shed, depreciation, interest on capital cost. This is a completely different model from the commercial goat farming. This is a simple model which can be suggested to the farmers. We start with this and gradually shift from this model to the commercial. So with the low investment and using some of the resources, which resources he is already having with him, he can use this 4.61 lakh rupees for construction of shed and animals. A recurring cost is almost 1.67 lakh rupees. Feed and fodder, feed for the adults and kids, it's almost 1 lakh rupees. Veterinary cost and the labor are the other important items. So the important finding of this model is that the net income per goat is 5,276, and net income per month with the 50 goats is 21,983 rupees. So this model can support the young guys who are leaving their villages in search of the employment in the. So they can do some other work also with this small unit, and gradually they may shift from this 50 unit to 100+5 commercially viable unit. So that he may earn net income of rupees 2,64,000 rupees annually per goat. Per year net income is around 5,300 rupees. This is a goat value chain. What we call it, the mapping of the market, how the goat is moving from the farmers to the ultimate consumer. So many of the middlemen, or you can say that you see, starting from the goat producer to ultimate consumer, a large number of players are playing with the small cost and margins in between the producer and the ultimate consumer. So there is a, you see that the goat farmers to goat farmers, there is a village market also there. They are selling their goat to the village market. The 89 traders, this is a very important actor, very important actor in this goat value chain. This fellow is visiting village to village. In, suppose that at the end of this week, there is a goat market nearby a city or nearby of some area. This fellow will visit all the villages. One day he will collect two to three animals, and the next day he will collect 4 or 5 animals. By the end of the week, he will be able to collect around 70 to 75 animals. And this fellow, Indian traders, is selling these goats to the district city market. Or you can say that some local traders who are handling these animals in the number of 500 animals or 600 animals in the market. So they are selling these goats to the district city market, and from district city market, it is moving to the terminal market with this distance trade. Terminal market means there's a big market which is receiving almost 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000 animals on the day of conduction from the periphery of around 50 to 100 kilometer. And these markets are filled with that some agents who are working or who are playing on the behalf of the distance trader who want to purchase 1,000 goat, 2,000 goat, or 500 goats from that market, and they are moving these animals from, say, for example, from UP to West Bengal, from UP to some other northeastern states, and they are reaching to some processing or slaughter unit, and from there these carcasses or animals are moving to the butcher's retailers shop, and finally it is reaching to the consumer. And this is supported by the animals bandy and other line departments, and some this whole this map of the goat value chain is supported by the input service providers, veterinary departments, feed manufacturers, parabet, and NGOs. So this is again one the price spread, or we can say that how that margins and cost and margins are taking place each level. So that in this figure, in this slide, you can see that the butcher and retailers who are selling the meat, they are getting a maximum earning or maximum benefit per goat. And business markup depends on the volume of trade. And but if you compare this goat market, goat meat market, it's far better than some other agriculture commodities. Producer share and consumer rupee is higher, or almost 73% higher than the other agriculture. Some of the emerging value chains, as we are talking about that some value chains. So milk and meat value chains. Nutra goat is a very important value chain, which is Diana based. They are dealing in pasteurized goat milk. Brown Apron, it's also online fresh meat shop. It's Bangalore based. Shivan Agrotech Private Limited, focusing on goat meat segment, supplying to the supermarkets, which is Mumbai based. And Vistara Farms Private Limited, it's Bangalore, Karnataka. Fresh goat milk, they are handling they are dealing in the fresh goat milk, goat curd, goat cheese, and goat yogurt. Mr. Krishna, who is a owner of this Vistara Farms Private Limited, I requested him to join this weekend webinar today. I hope he may be with us. I shared this link, and I called him also personally. Anyway, we'll see. And these are some meat value added meat products which have been developed at our institute: goat meat murku, goat meat nimki, goat meat sausages, goat meat nuggets, goat meat slices, goat meat kofta, balls, patties, pickles, and function food, and retort processed meat. And it's leaner with the less fat, high in iron and high in B12 with the balanced amino acids, conjugated amino acids. So these are the some products, meat-based products which we have developed at our institute. Goat milk market, it's one it's news, business wire. Market is also getting very, very important importance, rising demand for the cosmetic industry, for the lotion, soaps, cream, and cleansers. Today, the students are with us. Today, some entrepreneurs are with us. So they may think on it, and they may also explore the possibility of this goat milk and their products, because it's emerging, it's rising, demand is rising, and we can think on it, and we can start a startup, and then we can expand it to the large level. Goat milk entrepreneurs in India is Katori Fresh, it's the Manjari Foundation, Dholpur, Rajasthan, so they're focusing on goat milk. Sara, as I have just discussed with you in the previous slide. These are the goat milk products at ICRCARG, herbal goat milk paneer, herbal flavored goat milk, herbal flavored whey drinks, and the cereal pops and this with the goat milk fat. So flavored goat milk, herbal whey, and these are some good pictures, shelf stable goat paneer curry, and low fat goat milk paneer. And these are some important moisture goat milk. These are the soaps. These are some soaps. Ajas we have developed at our institute, and this technology is patented. AIG, and this is a very popular and very high in demand market. It's this technology is being commercialized, and one of the most robust leather due to tenderness and and live weight. Leather industry is also gaining importance in the goat. So we will share all these important slides with you. You can go through it later. This is the entrepreneurship development in goat farming, ICRCARG. Glimpses of the success stories. You can see that the commercial goat farming is a viable enterprise, changing trends in farm community. Earlier, there was one saying that only those people who belongs to some particular caste or very poor or only those people are interested in goat farming, but this is wrong. Last 10 years data we have analyzed, and what we are seeing is that more than 60% graduates and above means that postgraduates, technically graduates, the young guys who recently completed their BTech, MTech, MBA from IIM, Ahmedabad, IIT, Kharagpur, retired IPS, retired officers, they are coming for the training program, and they are interested in commercial goat farming. So this is a trend is changing. People are getting motivated from the persons who got trained from here, who have started their goat farm in different parts of the country, and they are learning by seeing, learning by doing. All these are taking place. If you see that the age-wise distribution of these trainees, or we can say that the entrepreneurs or farmers, more than 70% trainees belong to age group of 30 to 40. So that young people are coming to us, and they are interested to start their goat farm. And those people, those young guys were having some ancestral land in their villages, and presently they are working in Bangalore and some other multinational, not getting a satisfaction from there. So they are also coming, and they are asking, sir, we want to start our own unit with 50 goats. We will start with the 50 goats with the commercial stall-fed goat farm, and gradually we will shift to the 100 and more than 100, 500 and 1,000 goats. So the scenario is changing, the trend is changing. These are the slides which I want to show you that goat-based some business models. So I am very lucky that today these 4 or 5 people are with us. So it is always better to hear from them. and they will share their success stories with us, and they will share the journey of the success, how they have started and how they reached where they are standing at the right now, what is the economics, what is the business model they have adopted, and what kind of message and they want to give to all of you. These are some mobile app in goat production. Bakri Mitra, it's available the Play Store. Bakri Palan, goat products, and recently we have also two mobile have been launched mobile applications. One is Bakri Garbhadhan Setu. It's based on that artificial insemination goat, and the second one is a goat breeds. It is talking about that the production and the characteristics, production and the characteristics of the important goats in our country. So they can be downloaded from the Play Store and can be used by the farmers, students. These are some important factors, so we can say that the important steps for the transformation of the goat. So we need to improve the productivity enhancement. We should focus on the productivity enhancement, intensification of the goat production for small holders. As I told you, as I just elaborated in my previous slides, that the common property resources are shrinking nowadays. The human population is increasing, pressure is increasing, and common property resources are shrinking. Whether it is a land or it is a water bodies, they all are shrinking. So there is a need to. That is why the production system is a moving from the extensive to semi-intensive or intensive. So the productivity enhancement, intensification of wood production for smallholders is a call of time, or we should focus on that. Attracting and retaining youth in the wood production. This is a very important. We all are aware, not only from the animal husbandry, but from the agriculture also. People are leaving leaving the animal husbandry. Those who are little educated, they don't want to stay in animal husbandry or in villages or rural areas. They are moving towards the metro cities and some other places. But this goat farming has a potential to attract the youths and retain them in goat production in their villages. Women empowerment is very important. It's improving a lot of work. We see that the distribution of work and the employment generation and the activities done by the male and female family members, then you will find, except grazing. Grazing is a labor-intensive activity, and the most of the male family members are doing this work. But the rest of the work, cleaning of the shed, milking of the goats, feeding of the goats, taking care of the kids, taking care of the newly kidding. At the time of kidding, they are taking care, and they are also now they are gradually also showing their importance and taking a step forward in the sale of the goat or marketing. So sustainable use of the natural resources and their management, we have to have a very important look the availability of the resources. We should recognize the importance of the flora and fauna available with us, and we should also go through that. What is the nutritional importance of those resources? Because all the time we cannot feed our animals with the manufactured feed, which is very costly. It costs around 28 to 30 rupees per kg with the 18 or more than 18% of CP. So we have to think about it and sustainable use of the natural resource, and we should utilize the resource in such a way so that the resources can be utilized by us, and they should be remain for our coming generations. So this is all about the sustainable use of natural resources. The low-cost technologies for processing of goat products and develop market linkages. This is very important, because the production itself is not sufficient to get a benefit or doubling the income, but unless it is not going to develop a market linkage. We have all the farmers who are coming to the training program. I always stressed upon I always focus. Then you popularize your farm. You just go to the you visit all the offices, related offices, line department of your district headquarters, NGOs, and let's say, for example, that district agriculture officer, chief veterinary officer of your block, of your area, some other NABARD people, district development manager, NABARD, and talk with them and communicate them that I have started this farm at this in this places, and you invite them to visit your farm, because until unless you are not going to popularize your farm, until unless you are not going to construct a website of your farm, you just photograph, you just go to the press, you just popularize it through press media or electronic media, and then you will feel that the people, the good buyers will come to you, and they will offer you a good price, and you will get better prices as you are selling at the right time. So capacity building on improved practices. We are doing some Krishi Vigyan Kendras in the district level. They are also doing all these activities, capacity building programs, training, short training programs. And we are also at CARG, we are conducting training programs. These training programs are 6 in numbers every year, commercial goat farming, and almost 17 to 18. We take the average, sometime it is 20, more than 20 or 22 states which participate in these training programs. We received a large number of applications, but having some kind of limitations with us at CARG, we are not providing the training to all the applicants, but we are converting into batches. And once we receive the application, we never say that you will not get training. We accommodate them in the subsequent batches. So last 5 to 6 years or 7 years, I am seeing that a large number of people are interested in goat farming, and they are coming to us for the training program. Strengthen goat farmers through self-help groups, cooperatives, producers, companies. These are very, very important, because all the government programs, if you see the government programs, they are coming to the grassroots level through all these self-help groups and cooperative structure or producers companies. And NABARD and other organizations are also working on it. They are listening. Now they are listening, and one can visit these people, and they may form a very good group of the goat-based self-help group, or goat-based cooperative, or goat-based producer company. Some institutional support for credit and assurance is very, very important, because if we are talking about the commercial goat unit, that commercial goat unit, what we calculate in our, we work out that model for the commercial goat unit, it requires almost 16 to 17 lakh rupees, which includes one year recurring. So at the starting stage, the farmers or some entrepreneurs, some young guys, unemployed youth, they are not having such a huge amount with them. So at this stage, they require some support from the institutions, and some insurance companies should come forward, and they should help to the farmers insuring their goats, because there are some diseases, and we are all aware, because part of the areas are with us today. PPR, Enteroxemia, ET, pox, and this FMD, Thyma, and these external and internal parasites. So these all are the very, very important disease or some ailments. So we can, farmers are always at risk. But sir, I asked them that why you are not increasing your flock size. So they're giving only 2 answers. Sir, first point is we are having a limited area or limited space with us. First, then second is this risk of the disease, risk involvement. Like what kind of risk? They are always talking about. So there's a lot of diseases out there, and animals. So in this case, these farmers are selling their goats at the age of 5 months or 6 months. that this is not a age of this is not a commercial age until unless they are the animal is not reaching up to 10 to 11 months. So in this case, if they get assured from the insurance companies or some insurance institutions, then they will definitely keep these animals for the next 5 to 6 months, and they will fetch a better price. This is one one slide that I just putting my ideas how to make a one goat-based Atmanirbhar village. This is need-based enterprise on facilities. So if you see in this middle, this is a Atmanirbhar goat resource complex, and this is managed by the women goat-based self-help group or farmer producer organization cooperatives. And this complex will have this quality germplasm, some good quality breeding bugs, goat health facilities, vaccination, deworming, diagnostic kits, and the artificial insemination facilities, and develop linkages with the market, goat banks, through goat banks, the financial institutions, and the other line departments. And they may also prepare or manufacture the local resource-based feed unit, small feed unit, and the skill development center based on best practices and the value addition. So this whole this AGRC, this is a Atmanirbhar Goat Resource Complex, which is basically run by the women goat based self-help. It will be a self-reliant goat village complex, and they support the proven goat technologies for women empowerment and welfare of the society, sustainable use of local resources, discourage migrations, income and employment generation through rural entrepreneurs development, and what we call it the Swabhiman. It's very important that, how to become a independent. So this is a self-reliant. This is a one small model, and we can work on it. The last one slide. Thank you very much for patient learning, hearing, and this is the greatness of a nation. The moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated, both by the Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Dixit, sir, for your nice presentation in this session, entrepreneurship training program. As you said that you have some farmers and some scientific staff with you. Yes, I want to request you that they should share their experiences with our students.
Right. So please, could you please unmute them so I can?
Hello, Dr. Dixit. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Can you tell me where can we get the animals? Mostly the farmers, they need the animals. Where from we can get the animals?
For commercial goat farming, sir?
Yeah, for commercial goat farming.
Right, sir. Sir, in the case of this, as I told you in my presentation, and most of the farmers who are getting training from us, the most important question they're asking us that from where we have to collect the farm this goats.
Yeah.
If you visit any market, the goat market, the good quality animals only handful, means not more than 3 to 4% or 5% animals are coming from the farmers, or you can say that they are good for the breeding purpose or they're good for the rearing. Rest 95% animals are coming for the slaughter. So in that case, I always suggest to the farmers that they may purchase these animals from the farmers, their fellow farmers, or they can just talk with some traders who are collecting the animals from the fields and get some information on the goat pockets and visit these farmers and collect the animals from there first. Then second option is, as I told you in my one of slide, that we should start. I always this asked to our trainees and some other organization who are working in the field. You start a goat bank. You just construct a goat bank. In that goat bank, you make the members almost 100 or 150 members of that bank. Each and every member is having almost 3 to 4 goats, adult goats. And at the time of, say, for example, before Eid, which is a very, very huge demand in the market. So these farmers can have almost 100 to 150 goats who are having a age of 12 or more than 12 months to permanent teats, which are very much required for the Qurbani. And this kind of models can be established in states, in region, in districts, so that the coming farmers who are coming in the commercial goat farming, they may get a better good animals from the farmers. Today we are having some farmer with us, and they will also tell you that how they are they're keeping animals, how they are catering the demand of the farmers who are at better prices they are selling their animals. So, sir, we are having today Mr. Aslam. I don't know he's there. Mr. Aslam, are you? असलम साहब, आप हमारी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
यस सर, नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते. असलम इज देयर. मिस्टर राशिद जी हैं. राशिद जी अपना अनम्यूट कीजिए माइक. असलम जी आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन कीजिए, आप अपने को इंट्रोड्यूस कराइए.
थैंक यू सर. सर मैं हिंदी में अगर अपनी बात
हाँ बोल दीजिए, नो प्रॉब्लम, बोलिए.
सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को मेरा हेलो, नमस्कार, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मैं मोहम्मद असलम खान एक फार्मर हूं और मैं पिछले 2002 से मैं ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग के साथ साथ गोटरी बेस्ड फार्मिंग कर रहा हूं और जिसके मुझे बहुत अच्छे परिणाम मिल रहे हैं. और CIRG से मैं ट्रेनिंग ली हुई है. उस ट्रेनिंग को लेकर के मैंने देखा है कि गोटरी को भी बहुत अच्छे से अगर हम करें कमर्शियल वे में, साइंटिफिक वे में, तो अच्छी इनकम जनरेट कर सकते हैं. और अगर उसे हम फार्मिंग में इंट्रोड्यूस करें, फार्मिंग में ऐसे हम उसे पूरक कंपोनेंट की तरह लेके जाएं, तो बहुत अच्छी खासी इनकम हो सकती है. और हमारी जो फार्मिंग है वो भी फार्मिंग हमारी ऑर्गेनिक हो जाएगी और साथ साथ सस्टेनेबल हो जाएगी. तो इस पे मैं 2002 से काम कर रहा हूँ. थैंक यू सर.
मिस्टर राशिद, आपको अपना इंट्रोड्यूस कराइए.
सर, सभी पार्टिसिपेंट को मेरा नमस्कार, सलाम. मैं राशिद स्टार साइंटिफिक गोट फार्मिंग से, मैं पिछले करीब 9 साल से, तकरीबन 9 साल हो रहे हैं अभी मुझे, और 9 साल से जो है ना मैं गोट फार्मिंग कर रहा हूँ जी. मथुरा वृंदावन में जो है ना मेरा फार्म है और मैं बर्बरी के ऊपर जो है ना मेरा फार्मिंग है.
ओके. सो सर, पांडे सर,
हेलो. बांडे साहब शायद नहीं है सर, तो मैं असलम साहब से पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आप.
हाँ सर, ये है कि हमारे जो ये जो जैसे मैंने बताया आपको, राशिद जी हैं.
बांडे साहब सर.
अच्छा. बांडे साहब, ये राशिद हमारे जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा था हमसे कि कहाँ से फार्मर्स एनिमल्स को कैसे लें, कहाँ से लें, तो मेरी समझ से सर जो है राशिद का हम लोग बहुत अप्रिशिएट करते हैं इनको. और हमारे ये एक ऐसे प्रोग्रेसिव फार्मर हैं जिन्होंने सर अपना बहुत ही अच्छा एक फार्म चलाया हुआ है और बर्बरी गोट्स बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल. इनके फार्म का अगर हम कभी कुछ ये वीडियोस भी कभी शेयर कर सकते हैं, कभी ये अपनी फोटो भी ला सकते हैं. वेरी गुड क्वालिटी बर्बरी ही इज हैविंग. बहुत अच्छा फार्म है इनका. और ये सर जो है ये फार्मर से डायरेक्ट एसोसिएटेड है और किस तरह से सेल करते हैं ही विल टेल यू. कैसे करते हैं बताइए राशिद जी.
सर, मेरा जो है गोट फार्मिंग है बर्बरी का, और जो मैं नए फार्मर्स को सजेस्ट करता हूँ वो कम जानवरों से सजेस्ट करता हूँ शुरुआत के दिनों में. सबसे पहले मैं सजेस्ट करता हूँ कि मीडियम क्लास की, अगर ओरिजिनल बर्बरी नहीं मिल रही है आपको, तो मीडियम क्लास से जो है जो जो देसी नस्ल की बकरी होती है मीडियम साइज में, आप उसको जो है आप परचेज करें। और जो ओरिजिनल ब्रीड होती है, चाहे आप बर्बरी को ले लें या और दूसरी ब्रीड आप इसी के साइज की, उसको लेकर जो है आप फार्मिंग शुरू करें। धीरे धीरे आप जो है 1 साल आप देखेंगे, जाड़ा गर्मी बरसात, इसमें आपको जो है इस बकरी में जो है फार्मिंग में जो है ना आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी होती है। ये मेरा सजेशन होता है नए फार्मर्स के लिए। जब आप इसमें जो है आप सक्सेस होने लगते हैं, आपको लगता है कि हाँ हम फार्मिंग कर सकते हैं, सभी मौसम को हम अच्छे से जो है हम देख सकते हैं, बकरी को ग्रोथ भी आ रही है, हमको फूड भी मैनेजमेंट करना होता है, किड मैनेजमेंट करना होता है, मॉर्टेलिटी को कंट्रोल करना होता है, ये सब भी हमको मैनेजमेंट करना होता है, ग्रीन फॉडर के ऊपर भी हमको ध्यान रखना होता है। तो ये सब चीज जो है हम नए फार्मर्स को बताते हैं। और जब ये ग्रोथ आने लगती है, जानवर अच्छे होने लगते हैं, तो तब आप जो है एक बड़ा फ्लॉक लेकर, और फिर आप जो है उसको आप समझ चुके होते हैं 1 साल के अंदर कि कैसे जानवरों को रखना है, कैसे वैक्सीन करना है, और हम बेहतर फार्मिंग कर सकते हैं। तो इसमें क्या होता है कि मार्केट से लेकर हमको जो है अपनी फार्मिंग के ऊपर ध्यान रखना होता है। मार्केट से शुरुआत के दिनों में हमको जानवर परचेज करना होता है अच्छी क्वालिटी का, या कुछ सेकंड क्वालिटी अगर आती है तो उसकी क्वालिटी को जो है हमको मेंटेन करके अच्छी क्वालिटी मेंटेन करनी होती है। उसके बाद जो है हम बेहतर फार्मिंग कर सकते हैं। ये मैं लोगों को सजेस्ट करता हूँ जो मैंने किया है। अब आती है बात सेल की। जब हम तक मार्केट को नहीं समझेंगे, मार्केट की डिमांड को नहीं समझते, हम चाहे 1 लाख रुपए का जानवर तैयार कर लें और लोगों में गलत फहमी है कि 1 लाख रुपए का जानवर बिकता है, तो ये बिल्कुल गलत बात है। उसके परसेंटेज अगर आप जो है देखेंगे तो उसका परसेंटेज जो है 1 से 2% रहता है। कुछ ही लोग होते हैं, 100 में 1 या 2 लोग होंगे जो 1 लाख रुपए का जानवर खरीदते हैं। तो मैं जो करता हूँ वो जो है बजट के जानवर करीब 10 से लेके और 10,000 से लेकर करीब 20,000 22,000 तक की इसी रेंज के जो है जानवर मैं तैयार करता हूँ। तो यही लोगों को मैं अपने नए फार्मर्स को जो है बताता हूँ कि आप ऐसे जानवर तैयार करिए। ईद में अच्छा जो है आप मार्केट होता है बाजार से, जो आप डेली सेल करेंगे जानवर, तो उससे बेहतर मार्केट रहती है हमारी ईद की रहती है। ईद में क्या है कि मार्केट में 2-3 हजार रुपए आपके फार्म का जानवर जो है 2-3 हजार रुपए मार्केट के रेट से ऊपर ही मिलता है। तो ये मैं करता हूँ। और जो है आज आप सभी के सहयोग से, CIR जी के पूरे आपकी पूरी टीम और CIR जी के सहयोग से हम जितने भी फार्मर्स हैं जो इसमें जुड़े हुए हैं या और दूसरे हैं, हम CIR जी के सहयोग से ही बहुत अच्छी फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू राशिद। मिस्टर कृष्णा है क्या? इज द मिस्टर कृष्णा फ्रॉम?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
You are here. Okay. Now I like to invite Mr. Krishna. Krishna ji, you just share your journey. He's a very progressive farmer. He's an entrepreneur, and keeping almost 400 to 500 retail goats at their farm, and he is focusing on goat milk and earning a very good profit. Now I would like to request Mr. Krishna to tell about him and the story, share their experiences.
डॉक्टर साहब, मेरा एक और क्वेश्चन है।
जी सर।
ये मुझे बताइए कि मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ एनिमल्स टू स्टार्ट विथ कितना होना चाहिए?
सर अगर हम कमर्शियल यूनिट की बात करते हैं,
हाँ, कमर्शियल यूनिट की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं।
कमर्शियल यूनिट की बात करते हैं तो वी शुड स्टार्ट विद 100+5।
100+5
जी, 100+5 के साथ में स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। लेकिन सर हम लोग एक चीज और भी कहते हैं फार्मर्स को, वी ऑलवेज सजेस्ट बिफोर गोइंग दैट 100+5 यू मे स्टार्ट विद 50+2। ओके, 50+2 से स्टार्ट करके नेक्स्ट ईयर में आप उसको 50 और ऐड कर दीजिए, आपका 100 का पूरा फ्लॉक हो जाएगा। एक साल में सर थोड़ा सा लोग अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप हो जाता है कि किस तरीके से। जी।
Then what is the age of the animals to be purchased?
सर अगर हम 100+5 से कर रहे हैं तो इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर कि अगर हमको कहीं से प्रेग्नेंट एनिमल मिल जाए तो और भी अच्छा है, आते से हमारे फार्म पर उनकी किडिंग हो जाए और हमारा स्टार्ट हो जाए प्रोडक्शन।
ओके, थैंक यू।
और हमें सर वी आर ऑलवेज कंस्ट्रक्टिंग दिस मॉडल और बिजनेस मॉडल फॉर से फॉर एग्जांपल 5 years तो हमको ऐसे एनिमल्स लेने हैं जो यंग हो और थोड़े से जो हमारे 5 years में, नेक्स्ट 5 years में they may give us a better product.
Can your institute supply us some animals?
Sir, we are, as you are aware, sir, that you are very much aware that we are a research institute and not having a large number of animals to supply the farmers. But we are keeping 3 breeds here at our farm, Jamnapari, Barbary, and Jakhana. And this, apart from this, sir, we are also having, I told you that in my presentation, we are having 20 this AICRP centers. Okay, so some of our centers are also working in at your state also. One of the center, if I am correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So the center may definitely will help you. They will.
We have to write to you only.
Sure, sir. Sure. You can write one letter to Director ICR-CARG, Magdo, and you just mention the number of animals, their breeds, and their age.
What will be the approximate cost of animals?
Sir, this is it. Here we are giving some animals to the farmers at book value. It's not more than 7,500 to 8,000.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So Krishna ji, please.
No, sir. Hello, everyone. Hope I am audible to all. So, I am Krishna.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, I am Krishna from Vistara Farms Private Limited. Goat farm in Mandya district, Karnataka. So which is 100 kilometers from Bangalore. So basically, like I come from a corporate background from IT company. So we started the journey of goat farming in 2011. 10 years back, we focused on one single breed, that is beetle. It's a good dairy animal in India. So our focus is not only on breeding the livestock and also meat, it also milk will come to the picture. So we created a brand which is like good quality milk. Good amount of milk we have produced on average basis now also. So we took around 5 years of time for that, learning each aspects of goat farming, right from it can be feed development activity, and then pregnancy management, feed management, and then milk management, quality milk production, converting the milk into the value-added products. We have different varied products lines now, like we have pasteurized milk, and then cheeses, varied yogurts, and we have introduced goat ghee also from this month. So we are thinking of inventing many other products like whey protein, and then goat infant milk formula, ice cream, some other goat dairy products, and all we are trying to do. So like what we have done from these years in goat dairy farming. So actually, like now, if you see the setup cost and also the other cost what we have in daily operational thing is shooting high. So what we did, like our approach was at the free grazing method. 2 generation back, it was like no labor, no feed. So whatever was coming into the farmer and it was a profit. So 100% net profit and no taxes also, of course. So, but system, like we need to put in a lot of investments in bringing the shed up and having the facility, bringing the laborers in, for doing our own feed development activities, understanding the animals, what kind of feed it required on a daily basis, on a seasonal basis. So everything we did it our own analysis. Now what we have done is, like I started to buying per kg of feed at 4 rupees. Now I'm achieved it at 10 paisa. So this is the vast difference what we have done in cost and efficiency of our performance and the processes. So we focused on goat farming rather than marketing of the product. So we try to understand the animal, understand the life cycle of the animals. First is this, then market, then because like India imports 3,500 crore of goat milk value-added products here, and meat market wise, never-ending demand. So demand market is not a big problem here. We need to focus on learning and doing goat farming actually. If we achieve that, marketing and profitability is very easy task. So we come up with this goat dairy. That's why all our cost will be covered with the milk production. So and also we'll come to a net margin positive even at the milk level only. And the livestock, whatever is coming through, that will be 100% profit to us. So bonus profits. So it like I'm working at a super profit scale now. So now seeing the demand and all, like I'm not enough. One Vistara farm, one Basta goat milk is not enough to cater to the needs of India. Like I get call from other countries also, from Middle East, Australia, European countries. Like they ask, like, can I send one container of cheese? One container, I require daily 1 lakh liters of 2 lakh liters of milk on a daily basis. So that's why what we are doing in Karnataka is we are building a cooperative. The cooperative is a goat cooperative where we are training people, farmers. Many farmers are coming in, especially after this corona thing. Many people who are doing desk level jobs in Bangalore, they have returned to their villages and all. They want to do something now. They don't have any job in cities like drivers, housekeeping people. They don't have anything to do now. So many people are flowing in, many farmers are flowing in. We created a model where with 10 plus 1 animals, adult, a 6-hour job in a day, a lady can do it in a home with 10,000 square feet of feed development activity required. After paying the EMI, that unit can earn 15,000 rupees per month. This is the model what we have created, and we are keep on creating these cooperatives units. Currently our cooperatives is in many other districts in Karnataka like Kolar, Chamarajanagar, even Mandya also. So now what's happening is we are not only producing the milk, we are procuring the milk also from our cooperatives.
Right.
Like our work starts from training, giving the roadmap, even operational support, shed plan, like helping in financial assistance from bank. I'm trying to get some subsidy to farmers from NABARD also, but currently budget is not there. So this kind entire thing approach, we are trying to help. And one like happy movement to me nowadays, which I want to share to everyone. Our cooperative units are in profitable mode. That's usually like without milk, goat farming can see money after 1 year only. But in milk, if you introduce milk and dairy, from 3 months, 1 month, you can first month only, like you can see the money in your hands. So this is the approach we have taken. So thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Krishnari. Thank you very much for sharing your views, sharing your experiences, and the opportunities in goat milk market, or how the demand is increasing, how we are focusing, and what are the financials, or what are the profit in this enterprise. So thank you very much once again for coming to this webinar and join this webinar. Sir, I would like to request Mr. Kalyan Kole. He is a very well-known name, West Bengal. I request him to on their camera also, so all the people can see them live. So he's a man who's dealing in artificial insemination in goats. It's very well known figure in West Bengal. He's from West Bengal. I would like to request him to tell about him and his story or success story or journey from starting to where he is standing now. Kalyan.
Thank you.
I request all the people, please mute your mic so we can hear.
Yes, sir. Too much background noise.
I request all the participants, please mute your mics, please.
Dr. Kazi, please mute yourself. Dr. Kazi. Dr. Kazi, you are listening to me. Please mute yourself.
Okay. So Kalyan, we can see your this slides, your presentation, but
So my sound is audible?
yes, audible. Is it
Okay.
audible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is audible.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Dikit sir, and namaskar to every scientist and professor of Kashmir, and namaskar to all the goat entrepreneurs present in this seminar. Myself Kullan Kole, मेरा कंपनी का नाम है एजीप एंड एनिमल बायोकेयर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एज ए स्टार्टअप कंपनी। हमारा कंपनी 2018 से इनकॉर्पोरेट हुआ है। तो 2012 में हम पहले CIRG में गया था, तो उसी टाइम वहाँ से बकरी फार्मिंग का ऊपर जो ट्रेनिंग लिया था, उसके बाद ही हम लोग बंगाल में वापस आके गोट फार्म का स्टार्ट किया था। तो उसी टाइम से हम लोग एक पेन पॉइंट्स के ऊपर पॉइंट आउट किया था कि हमारे बंगाल रीजन में जो मेल बकरा होता है वो काली पूजा के लिए और वेरियस पूजा पर्पस के लिए बोली में चढ़ा देता है और मीट पर्पस के लिए कैस्ट्रेट किया जाता है। तो इसीलिए हमारे सिर्फ बंगाल नहीं है, सिर्फ ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ सबसे बड़ा जो क्राइसिस है वो है ब्रीडेबल अच्छा बकरा। तो इसी पेन पॉइंट्स को लेके हम लोग एक टेक्नोलॉजी को इंट्रोड्यूस करने का कोशिश किया, वो है आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन इन गोट। CIRG मखदूम से टेक्नोलॉजी शेयर किया एंड ऑल्सो नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट ईस्टर्न रीजन स्टेशन से हम लोग ये टेक्नोलॉजी को शेयर करके इसको सक्सेसफुली फील्ड लेवल पे लॉन्च किया है। हमारा जो मिशन है कि 2025 के अंदर हम लोग मोर देन 5000 रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन करेंगे कि थ्रू आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन इन गोट। इसके साथ साथ हम लोग का मेन फोकस जो है कि लोकल जो गोट ब्रीड है इसका अपग्रेडेशन करने, इसको जाम प्लाज्म को इम्प्रूव करना। सिर्फ अभी हमारा तो काम सिर्फ ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में हो रहा है, तो इन फ्यूचर हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि बाहर स्टेट में जाके दूसरा गोट इंडिजिनस जो गोट ब्रीड है उसका जाम प्लाज्म को अपग्रेड करना है। ऑलरेडी हम लोग छत्तीसगढ़ में काम स्टार्ट किया है। छत्तीसगढ़ में जो गोट ब्रीड है वो नॉन डिस्क्रिप्टिव थे, तो हम लोग उसको सिरोही और बीटल गोट के सीमेंट के थ्रू उसको अपग्रेड करने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इसके साथ साथ हम लोग गोट का जो मोर्टेलिटी है, गोट का हेल्थ का जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको सॉल्व करके साइंटिफिक ब्रीडिंग और रियरिंग प्रैक्टिस हमारे अनएम्प्लॉयड रूरल इसके थ्रू कर रहे हैं। इसके साथ साथ माइक्रो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप हम लोग डेवलप कर रहे हैं। जैसे सारे इंडिया में जितने सारे गोट फार्मर है उनमें से देखा कि 70-80% वुमेन है, तो गोट फार्मिंग के थ्रू उनका हम लोग एक छोटा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप मॉडल दे रहे हैं। इसके साथ साथ जो हमारा आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन का काम कर रहा है उनको भी हम लोग ये काम सिखा के, पैरामेडिकल सपोर्ट वाला काम सिखा के उनको मंथली 10,000 प्लस इनकम करने का एक मॉडल दे रहे हैं। तो ब्रीडिंग से लेकर मार्केटिंग तक हम लोग एक मिशन लेके चल रहा है कि फार्मर को सपोर्ट देना है। अभी हमारा जो प्रेजेंस है वेस्ट बंगाल, उसके साथ साथ झारखंड में हम लोग टाटा चीनी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं एक लार्ज वॉल्यूम में। बिहार में काम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं जीविका के साथ, गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन। छत्तीसगढ़ में हमारा फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल है BPN एग्रो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के साथ हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। असम में भी हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। इसी रीजन में अभी हम लोग आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन जो टेक्निक है, जो टेक्नोलॉजी है उसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया है। हमारे टेक्नोलॉजी का जो मेन खासियत है कि हम लोग इस टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू एक रूरल गोट फार्मर का 25 से 30% इनकम डेवलप हुआ है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पर जो ब्रीडिंग बाग का जो नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी था, इसके थ्रू एक इनब्रीडिंग प्रॉब्लम डेवलप हुआ। तो उनके हिसाब से जो बॉडी वेट को जो रिड्यूस हुआ था, तो आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन के थ्रू उसका बॉडी वेट को इंक्रीज करके एनुअल इनकम ग्रोथ को हम लोग डेवलप कर रहे हैं। और अभी तक 2400 अनएम्प्लॉयड को हम मोटिवेट किया आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन के साथ साथ पैरामेडिकल काम भी कर रहे हैं, गोट का वैक्सीनेशन, गोट का प्राइमरी ट्रीटमेंट। तो ये काम करके 10,000 प्लस इनकम अभी लोग उन्होंने स्टार्ट कर दिया है। अभी जो प्रेजेंट प्रॉब्लम के ऊपर जो मैं बात बोल रहा था कि रूरल एरिया में गोट मेल बाग का जो क्राइसिस है और उसके थ्रू नॉन एक्टिव नॉन ब्रीडेबल मेल गोट के थ्रू ब्रीडिंग कराने से एक फार्मर को जो इनब्रीडिंग प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, तो उनमें 50% बॉडी वेट जो रिड्यूस हुआ है। तो 5 साल में हमने देखा है कि एक बकरी के पीछे 2000 रुपीज लॉस होता है। फिर जिसके पास बकरी फीमेल गोट रहता है तो उनको अच्छे ब्रीडिंग कराने के लिए उन्हें लॉन्ग ट्रांसपोर्ट डिस्टेंस करना पड़ता है, कभी साइकिल, ऑटो रिक्शा ऐसे चढ़ के दूसरा जगह में जाना पड़ता है जहाँ पर अच्छा बकरा मिलता है, वहाँ पर मीटिंग कराने के। तो उनके में भी साल में देखा जाता है कि 1000 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा ब्रीडिंग एक्सपेंस आ रहा है। तो कुल मिला के देखा है कि 40% ओवरऑल डिस्क्रीज हो रहा है एक फार्मर इनकम का, जो अभी हमारे रूरल एरिया में गोट फार्मिंग कर रहा है। तो इसी पेन पॉइंट्स को लेके हम लोग इस टेक्नोलॉजी को डेवलप किया है, जिसका नाम मैंने बोला कि आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन टेक्नोलॉजी। और इस टेक्नोलॉजी को लिए मैं तो CIRG को बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूँ, बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि फर्स्ट टाइम उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया एज ए प्राइवेट एंटरप्रेन्योर को कि उन्होंने टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफिशियली 10 साल के लिए हमारे साथ शेयर किया है। और कोई भी अपडेट होता है सीमेंट के ऊपर तो हमारे साथ शेयर करते हैं। तो इस टेक्नोलॉजी को डेवलप करने के लिए CIRG का भूमिका बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। उसके साथ साथ मैं नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि ये इंस्टीट्यूशन काफी करीब है हमारे फार्म के साथ। तो सारे जो लेबोरेटरी सपोर्ट जो हमारा जरूरी था, तो नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट के थ्रू हमको मिला है। और फील्ड स्टडी करने में आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन के बाद फार्मर के घर में बकरी का बच्चा जो पैदा हो रहा है, उनका डाटा कलेक्शन, उसका स्टडी करना, सारे जो महत्वपूर्ण काम है वो नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट के साइंटिस्ट ने हमको मदद किया है। इसके लिए डॉक्टर M करुणाकरन, डॉक्टर TK दत्त सर को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। हमारे एजीपैन ने जो काम किया है, क्योंकि पहले जो नॉर्मल ब्रीडिंग चलता था उसमें तो एक तो मैंने इनब्रीडिंग प्रॉब्लम का बात किया है, उसके साथ साथ और भी जो होता था कि सेक्सुअल ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीज बहुत ही फैल जाता है नेचुरल मेटिंग के थ्रू, क्योंकि एक ही गांव में सबसे अच्छा 2 की 3 बकरा रहता है और उसी से सारे बकरियों को मेटिंग होने से बहुत सारी दिक्कत बन जाते हैं, स्पेशली द STD डिजीज। तो हमारे एजीपैन ने जो आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन को प्राइवेटली लॉन्च किया है सारे इंडिया में, उनमें पहला जो हो रहा है कि हमारे जो इनोवेशन है इसके अंदर कि बकरी से सीमेन कलेक्शन करना, बकरा से, फिर हीट डिटेक्शन करना, फिर ओवुलेशन के साथ टाइमिंग करना और अच्छे टाइमिंग के साथ इस सीमेन को प्रतिस्थापन करना है बकरी के वजाइना के। तो ये हमने लगातार 4-5 साल से प्रैक्टिस के थ्रू हमने इसको अडॉप्ट किया है और इसी को ही अभी सक्सेसफुली हम लोग फील्ड लेवल पर लॉन्च किया है। क्योंकि आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन टेक्नोलॉजी नया नहीं था, ये बहुत पुराना था, लेकिन लगातार प्रैक्टिस के थ्रू हम लोग इसको सक्सेसफुली फील्ड लेवल तक पहुंचे, फार्मर के घर तक पहुंचे हैं। हमारे जो बिजनेस मॉडल है कि हम लोग अभी जो बकरी का सीमेन है ICAR एजीपैन दिस ब्रांड नाम के थ्रू हम लोग मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं। और इसके साथ साथ हम लोग ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करते हैं, फार्मर को भी करते हैं, और जो हमारा सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है अनएम्प्लॉयड रूरल यूथ, उसको भी हम लोग ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करते हैं। ट्रेनिंग करने के बाद वो माइक्रो एंटरप्रेन्योर बन जाते हैं। फिर इस दिस माइक्रो एंटरप्रेन्योर रूरल गोट फार्मर के घर में जाके मोबाइल सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, क्योंकि ये जो रूरल यूथ है इसको वन टाइम 15,000 इन्वेस्ट करना है। तो एक बार इन्वेस्ट करने के बाद वो लोग फार्मर के घर में जाते हैं अपने क्रायो कंटेनर और गोट का सीमेन लेके, फिर उन्होंने पर इंसेमिनेशन के लिए 100 to 150 रुपीज चार्ज करते हैं फार्मर से। तो ऐसे एक माइक्रो एंटरप्रेन्योर मॉडल डेवलप है। और सबसे खासियत जो है, बकरी जैसे छोटा एनिमल है और वुमेन भी इसके साथ साथ इस काम के साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, क्योंकि वुमेन के लिए बहुत ही एक अच्छे काम है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप माइक्रो एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए। क्योंकि गांव में रूरल फार्मर जो है, गोट फार्मर जो है, वो भी वुमेन है। अगर सर्विस प्रोवाइडर और पैरामेडिकल सपोर्ट देने के लिए भी जो होते हैं, उन्होंने भी वुमेन होता है, तो दोनों के बीच में एक अच्छे बॉन्डिंग बनते हैं। तो इसीलिए अभी हमारा जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वुमेन भी इंटरेस्ट शो कर रहे हैं। जैसे बिहार में जीविका इंस्टीट्यूशन ने उन्होंने पहला एक अच्छा एग्जाम्पल खड़ा किया कि 30 वुमेन को उन्होंने मोटिवेट किया कि आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन इन गोट को सीखने के बाद उसके एरिया में जाके खुद एक एंटरप्रेन्योर खुद सस्टेन होने के लिए। तो ऐसे रूरल यूथ के साथ साथ रूरल गोट फार्मर्स को हम लोग डेवलप कर रहे हैं। रूरल गोट फार्मर्स के लिए मैं बोलूँगा कि उनका सबसे जो खासियत एडवांटेज मिल रहा है, पहले ब्रीडिंग कराने के लिए दूसरा गांव, दूसरे मोहल्ले में जाना पड़ता था। अभी उनके घर में ये सर्विस मिल रहा है और बहुत सस्ते में। क्योंकि पहले मैंने बोला कि एक बकरी को एक साल में ब्रीडिंग करा ले कम से कम 1000 रुपीज एक्सपेंस हो जाता था। तो अभी 200-300 रुपया खर्च करके अपने घर में उसका टेक्नोलॉजी और आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन का एडवांटेज मिल रहा है। इसके साथ साथ हमने जो और भी एक पॉइंट ऐड किया है कि गोट का बाईबैक सपोर्ट, क्योंकि फार्मर के सबसे बड़ा दिक्कत है अभी सारे इंडिया में कि अच्छे गोट प्रोडक्शन होने के बाद भी उसका मार्केटिंग कोई प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है। तो हमने साउथ बंगाल में ये मॉडल को डेवलप किया है। हमारे जो गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन है, वेस्ट बंगाल लाइवस्टॉक डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन या डिपेंडेंट काफी सारे एनजीओ है, इनके मदद लेके हमने गोट बाईबैक मॉडल को लॉन्च किया है कि एक अच्छे फिक्स्ड प्राइस बॉडी वेट के थ्रू केजी से हम लोग गोट फार्मर से बकरी को परचेस करते हैं, फिर गवर्नमेंट सोलर हाउस में उसको सेल कर देते हैं कि काफी एनजीओ या डिपार्टमेंट को सेल करते हैं। तो यही बिजनेस मॉडल लेके हमारा अभी एजीपेन एनिमल बायोकेयर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड काम कर रहा है। आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन अभी तक मोर देन 4 लाख गोट को हम लोग इंसेमिनेशन कर चुके हैं इन सारे ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में, जहां पर अभी तक 60% अबव हमारा कॉन्सेप्शन रेट आया है। अभी तक बाईबैक मॉडल में 10,000 प्लस गोट को हम लोग बाईबैक कर चुके हैं, जहां पर 1000 फार्मर डायरेक्टली बेनिफिटेड हो रहे हैं हमारे कंपनी के थ्रू। जैसे उसका 20 to 30% इनकम डेवलप हो रहा है और मोर देन 2400 ऑलरेडी हमारा एक्टिव एआई वर्कर है जो गांव का रूरल यूथ है, जिसका मंथली इनकम 10,000 प्लस है। ओवरऑल मार्केट जो है आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन गोट का है 9,000 मिलियन, जहां पर 3,000 मिलियन हम लोग सर्विस दे सकते हैं, लेकिन हमारे अभी जो कैपेसिटी है ओनली 20 मिलियन तक हमने अभी तक रीच किया है इस मार्केट में। रेवेन्यू में हम लोग जैसे बोला कि आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन में गोट सीमेंट, गोट एआई किट्स ट्रेनिंग में हमारा रेवेन्यू जनरेशन होता है। उसके साथ साथ हम लोग जो लाइव गोट किट्स फार्मर से बाईबैक करते हैं उनमें से हमारा रेवेन्यू जनरेशन होता है। तो लास्ट 3 साल से हमारा रेवेन्यू 2 CR के आसपास चल रहा है, जहाँ पर हमारा मेजर क्लाइंट से गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर से वेस्ट बंगाल लाइवस्टॉक डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड, बिहार गवर्नमेंट से जीविका इंस्टीट्यूशन, श्रीनी टाटा ट्रस्ट और नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट, काफी सारे एनजीओ है हमारे साथ काम करते हैं। कुछ अवार्ड्स और रिकॉग्निशन भी मिले हैं, जैसे मैं कुछ इसमें खास मेंशन करना चाहता हूँ कि सेंट्रल इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर रिसर्च ऑन गोट से प्रोग्रेसिव गोट फार्मर अवार्ड मिला था, और उसके साथ साथ इनोवेटिव गोट फार्मर अवार्ड मिला था CIRG से, और प्रोग्रेसिव गोट फार्मर अवार्ड मिला था नेशनल डेयरी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट से। रिसेंटली हम लोग एक मैत्री प्रोग्राम में सिलेक्टेड हुआ था, ICR द्वारा किया गया प्रोग्राम, जहाँ पर हमारे बिजनेस मॉडल को ब्राजील में जाके प्रेजेंटेशन करना है। वहाँ पर सारे इंडिया से 5 एग्री स्टार्टअप को चुना गया था, तो उसमें से एजीपेन हमारे कंपनी में सिलेक्ट हुआ था। और इंडियन चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स से भी हम लोग ICC स्टार्टअप अवार्ड में चुना गया है। थैंक यू। तो यही मेरा बोलना है।
Thank you very much, Kalyan. Is there any
Thank you, sir.
any query or any question from the audience? From
Yes, sir.
Kalyan?
Yes, sir. I am Dr. Fazli from Srinagar.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sab, it was a very nice presentation that you have given, although I missed a few minutes from your presentation, and then subsequently the entrepreneurs who spoke so nicely and rather infused enthusiasm in this topic. So I'm thankful to the organizers also for arranging such programs for not only for our entrepreneurs but for the old students of veterinary profession also. So I have three just observations which I want to make at this time. Number one is in our, at least in our UT or in our earlier state, we have a Department of Sheep Husbandry. Same way we have in the university, we have sheep breeding farm. Now it is called as Mountain Research Center on Sheep and Goats. The primary thrust, as from the nomenclature itself, is sheep. So in our sheep farm also, there are hundreds of sheep, but maybe goats are very less. So it's as an allied activity, the same way as we are with agriculture university veterinarians as allied. So same way, I think that what I believe is that goat is not a sheep. It has its own peculiarities, it has its own advantages, it has its own shortcomings also. So I wish that maybe Dr. Bande Saab is also there. We should have separate goat farm with specifications related to goats. So even the Department of Sheep Husbandry is a separate department in J&K, but there again it is Department of Sheep Husbandry, not Department of Sheep and Goat Husbandry. They have just one farm of goat somewhere in Valley, while as they have several sheep farms. So my request, rather my just I want to draw attention of Bande Saab as well as you being at the central place. So I think there is need to discuss and then find out ways so that goat gets independence from sheep. So number one is this. And second one is, since this program is for our developing entrepreneurship or for our future entrepreneurs, so the most important question that Bande Saab also asked, and you had already mentioned it in your lecture, and every veterinarian now is facing, rather gets blushed when finally when we convince people about whether it is cattle dairy farming, whether it is sheep farming or goat farming, food animal farming. The last question they ask, okay, sir, I am convinced. Now, where from will I get the best germplasm? And then we blush, all of us blush, because we don't have any system. And this is the point which I want to highlight for entrepreneurship. That means for many of the entrepreneurs, this could be focused that, okay, you need not produce goat for milk production. The motto or the objective should not be milk production nor meat production directly, but your entrepreneurship let you start kid production. That means you can synchronize goats and produce. Now goats have advantage. You can synchronize. They can produce, unlike cattle, they can produce 3, 4 at a time. So you concentrate on that, produce many number of kids and then sell kids, because there are many people who want 1, 2, 3 as pets also now, sheep and goats, or for these entrepreneurs who want to establish new goat farm or sheep farm or cattle farm. So this is also one of the important areas where entrepreneurship will have a very good business, very good business. So some attention should be given to that also, not only goat farm for milk production, for meat production, but for kid production. So that's point number 2. And number 3, I'll humbly request our Dean Saab that AI, as we lastly saw, you are one of the entrepreneurs with a success story related to AI in goat. AI in goat is very easy as compared to sheep. So we have been, over last few years, we have been requesting or persuading our division of animal production and gynecology at university level also, at dean level also, to start. We have been doing AI in goats. Earlier we had in our sheep farm, they had purchased those pelleted this semen from somewhere. In our clinics, Dr. Bhattacharya was our gynecologist then. And then that should be started now in our university also, AI facility for goats. We have a goat farm. We have very good gynecologists there. I think during the tenure of our Dean Bande Saab, at least that should be started within faculty, and then it will propagate around also, and that will help many entrepreneurs also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your this very important points you have raised. Sir, at our CIRT, we are organizing training programs for commercial goat farming, and we are also organizing some specialized training program There's a need-based training program which includes that value addition of goat meat and milk, and very important program is flagship program is that artificial insemination in goats. It's a 5 to 6 days training program, and we are organizing at CIRG. But due to this COVID pandemic, we are unable to continue this program from the last 2.5 years. But I hope that the situation will become normal and we will start again this very important program. So some entrepreneurs or some people who are interested to attend this program, they can call CARG director or me. I will share my number also. Whatever help is required from the CARG side, I am here to always give you support in this regard. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. What I want to emphasize is that our gynecologists
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Are you able to hear me, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we have able gynecologists, and we have already this technology with us. Our gynecologists are able to do it. We have been doing in goats and even production of semen and then processing. They have we are having good experts. But what I wanted to convey to our Dean Saab is to concentrate on this aspect also. Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, sir. And I will also request you, sir, some you just some progressive goat farmers or progressive sheep farmers who were interested in AI, the organized training program at large numbers, so they may get a benefit of this knowledge you are all having at your institute. Sir, in the last one more fellow is with us, Mr. Sandeep and Rajpreet. These both fellows are masters in. They completed their masters in agriculture sciences, and they have started their goat farm at Karnal in Haryana, Sirsa, Haryana, and they are also organizing training programs at their level, and lots number of participants or the people are coming to learn goat farming from them now, and they both are the student of CIRG, and now they are running a very good goat farm. So I would like to request मैं संदीप से राजप्रीत से कहूँगा कि वो थोड़ा अपने बारे में बताएं और कैसे आपने स्टार्ट किया था और अब आज आप एक अच्छा आपका एस्टेब्लिश हो गए हैं, तो कैसे स्टार्ट किया था और क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आई थी आपके इस पूरे जर्नी में, वो सब चीजें आप हमारे सभी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी हैं, स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं, यहाँ पर डॉक्टर्स लोग हैं, वो सब लोग सुन रहे हैं आपको, तो आप बताइए अपने बारे में कैसे आपने ये स्टार्ट किया था और आप कैसे कर रहे हैं इसको, ना बताइए।
हाँ जी सर, सबसे पहले तो नमस्कार सभी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स और इस ट्रेनिंग से जुड़े हुए सभी साइंटिस्ट का, डॉक्टर तिवारी जी का और डॉक्टर दीक्षित जी का, जिनकी हमें अपनी जर्नी में बहुत सारी क्या है कि टेक्निकल सपोर्ट रही है। और हम बिलोंग करते हैं, जैसा सर ने बताया है कि हरियाणा सिरसा डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हैं, और CIRG से हमने जो 2016 में जो बैच था, 68th बैच था जो साइंटिफिक ट्रेनिंग का, तो वो हमने ट्रेनिंग अटेंड करके उसके बाद अपना फार्म स्टार्ट किया था। हमारी गोट फार्मिंग में जो जर्नी है वो 4.5 साल से ऊपर है, और इसमें हमें जो अचीवमेंट प्राप्त की है वो पहले भी आपको एक हमारी, जिसके लिए हमें CIRG की ओर से इतना काबिलियत दी गई कि हमारी सक्सेस स्टोरी को अपने मॉडल में उन्होंने प्रेजेंट किया, तो मैं दिल से थैंक्स करता हूँ डॉक्टर दीक्षित जी का और पूरी टीम का। तो अचीवमेंट में सर मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि हमने इस जो पूरी जर्नी में पहले स्टार्टिंग की थी, ट्रेनिंग करने के बाद सिर्फ 10-20 बकरियों से हमने स्टार्ट किया था अपना गोट फार्म, और जहाँ पे हमारा पंजाब हरियाणा में जो सबसे ज्यादा प्रचलित जो ब्रीड है वो बीटल है, क्योंकि ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव जो ब्रीड है, इनमें दूध की प्रोडक्शन माने, जैसे पहले भी हमने बात की थी कि कृष्णा जी ने प्रेजेंटेशन दिया था जो बेंगलोर से हैं, बास्ता जो उनका प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के नाम से फार्म है, उनके फार्म पर भी अगर मिल्क पर्पस के लिए बात करें, जो उनके मिल्क का प्रोडक्ट बना के मार्केट में सेल कर रहे हैं, तो उनके फार्म पर भी जो पंजाब की ब्रीड है वहां पे बढ़िया सरवाइव कर रही है, वो भी हमारे फार्म से ही वहां पे उनको प्रोवाइड की गई है और अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं सर। वो भी उनका फार्म बहुत अच्छा है। और यहाँ पे जो हमारे फार्म पे मेन जो रीडिंग हो रही है वो बीटल नस्ल की ही हो रही है। और अपनी CIRG की टेक्निकल सपोर्ट की वजह से हमने पिछले 2 साल से गोट फार्मिंग सेक्टर में हम ट्रेनिंग भी करवा रहे हैं, जो साइंटिफिक ट्रेनिंग पूरी प्रैक्टिकली वे से, जैसे CIRG में हमने सीखा वैसे ही हम यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करवा रहे हैं अपने लोकल फार्मर्स को। क्योंकि पंजाब में ग्रेजिंग फील्ड बहुत कम है, यहाँ पे स्टॉल फीडिंग की जो सिस्टम है तो लोग इसको बहुत अपना रहे हैं। क्योंकि अपनी जो पंजाब की यहाँ लोकल ब्रीड है बीटल, क्योंकि मार्केट में तो आपको बहुत सारे ट्रेडर होंगे जो लोगों के साथ गलत उनको अवेयर करके और ठगी पे तुले हुए हैं, पर जो दरअसल बीटल जो ब्रीड है प्योरिटी, तो उसके ऊपर अगर हम लोगों को अवेयर करेंगे तो वो लोग अच्छी ब्रीड तैयार करें। क्योंकि जितनी भी ब्रीड है, मैं बीटल की बात नहीं करता, पूरे इंडिया में जितनी भी ब्रीड्स हैं वो आज विलुप्त होती जा रही हैं, उनकी जो प्रोडक्टिविटी है वो कम होती जा रही है। तो इसलिए अगर फार्मर इस ब्रीड के ऊपर ध्यान देगा तो आगे बहुत अच्छा इसमें अर्निंग कर सकता है। और हमने इसमें इस फील्ड में अपने प्रैक्टिकली किया है, देखा है कि आज से 2 साल पहले क्या था और आज उसमें क्या क्या चेंजेस आए हैं। और लोगों का झुकाव भी बहुत ज्यादा गोट फार्मिंग की ओर आ रहा है। और हमारा एक मॉडल देख के पूरे इंडिया में देखें कि हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल भी है जिसमें 1,35,000 से ऊपर हमारे फॉलोवर हैं। तो चैनल को भी आप देख सकते हो, उसमें भी हमने जितनी भी नॉलेज है, जितनी भी हमें हेल्प मिली है, कहीं से भी मिली है, चाहे वो CIRD से मिली है या कोई और दायरे से मिली है, तो हमने पूरी की पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन वो उस चैनल में वीडियो के थ्रू उसमें डाली हुई है। और लोगों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा गोट फार्मिंग के बारे में अवेयर करने की कोशिश की है, ताकि जो आज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का दौर है पूरे इंडिया में, जो जितने भी ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन जितने भी यहाँ पे जो युवा है वो घूम रहे हैं बिना नौकरी की तलाश में, तो आज उनको हम इतना अवेयर कर रहे हैं कि आप इस सेक्टर में आके अच्छी अर्निंग कर सकते हो। तो सबसे बड़ी अचीवमेंट हमारी ये है, जैसे कि सक्सेस स्टोरी में भी डॉक्टर दीक्षित जी ने यहाँ पे प्रेजेंटेशन के थ्रू बताया था कि हमने वियतनाम को, जो कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल की ट्रेडिंग है, वो भी हमने 2 बैच में हमने वियतनाम को 100 बकरी से ऊपर एक्सपोर्ट किया है पूरे इंडिया से, जो कि बीटल नस्ल पहली बार दिल्ली से एक लॉट में गई है, जो पहले कभी नहीं हुआ। तो जो सिर्फ अपनी 4.5 साल की जर्नी में ऐसा हुआ है। इसलिए नई जनरेशन जो इस फील्ड में आ रही है, तो हम उसको यही मतलब सुझाव देते हैं कि आप साइंटिफिक तरीके से प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग करके सीख कर इस काम को करोगे तो इसमें बहुत अच्छी अर्निंग ले सकते हो। क्योंकि जहाँ पे लोगों को पता नहीं है, गोट फार्मिंग तो बहुत कर लेते हैं, पिछले सदियों से चल भी रही है, कोई 20 साल से 40 साल से कर रहा है, पर उनको ये प्रॉपर पता नहीं होता कि इनमें बीमारियां आती हैं, इनका कंट्रोल कैसे करना है। ठीक है, ब्रीड में जैसे बताया जाता है हमें इन ब्रीड क्रॉस ब्रीड, क्योंकि लोग उस चीज को नहीं समझते, इनमें डिजीज मैनेजमेंट को, फार्म मैनेजमेंट को नहीं समझते। तो अगर हमें उस चीज के बारे में प्रॉपर ब्रीड की इम्प्रूवमेंट कैसे करनी है उसके बारे में पता चलेगा, जैसे डॉक्टर कल्याण कॉलेज जी ने बताया है कि वो अपना AI के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं। यही बहुत अच्छा कंसेप्ट है। अगर हम इसके ऊपर भी जाएंगे, क्योंकि जो ब्रीडर है, अच्छी क्वालिटी के ब्लड लाइन के ब्रीडर हैं वो बहुत कम है, क्योंकि उनसे हम ज्यादा काम नहीं ले सकते, बकरियों की जो पॉपुलेशन है उनके मुकाबले ज्यादा है। तो इसलिए अच्छे जो जेनेटिक गुण वाला है तो उसका हम सीमन कलेक्ट करके ज्यादा से ज्यादा बकरियां अपने फार्म पे या अपने आसपास उनको प्रेग्नेंट करवा के आगे इस ब्रीड को हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं। तो हमारा भी आगे आने वाले इन फ्यूचर में यही कोशिश है कि हम बकरियों में, यानी कि बीटल ब्रीड में भी जितने अच्छे गुण वाले, अच्छी हाइट लेंथ वाले और ज्यादा दूध वाली बकरियों के जो आगे ब्रीडर हैं, उनका आगे सीमन वो है कलेक्ट करके इसके ऊपर ट्रेनिंग करके, अभी फिलहाल हमने ट्रेनिंग की नहीं, CIRG से जैसे डॉक्टर जी ने बताया कि ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज होगा, तो हम भी करके ट्रेनिंग नया यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट एक AI का जरूर लेके आएंगे और लोगों को उसके बारे में बहुत अवेयर करेंगे। हमें इसकी पूरी वो है, कॉन्फिडेंस है कि हम इस काम को कर सकते हैं। और 4.5 साल की जर्नी में हमारे पास अभी पहले 10-20 जानवरों से शुरू किया था, आज हमारे पास 200 एनिमल्स हैं जो प्योर बीटल के ऊपर हम काम कर रहे हैं। और इसमें जो ट्रेनिंग में हमारी मदद कर रही है हमारे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, हरियाणा में एक वेटनरी यूनिवर्सिटी है, आप जानते होगे, सर्च कर सकते हो, लाला लाजपत राय वेटनरी यूनिवर्सिटी, उसकी मदद के थ्रू, उनके साइंटिस्ट की मदद के थ्रू हम जहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग ऑर्गेनाइज करवाते हैं। तो हर बैच में हम 35 से लेके 40 स्टूडेंट हमारे पास ऑल ओवर इंडिया से वो ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए आते हैं और बढ़िया रिस्पॉन्स रहता है। और उम्मीद है कि हम आगे भी ऐसे काम करेंगे और आने वाले टाइम में सभी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स जो आज काम कर रहे हैं पूरे इंडिया में, उनके लिए भी एक अच्छा सा प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे और सभी को बुला के अपने फार्म के बारे में पूरा उनको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाएंगे। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच राजप्रीत
डॉक्टर
सर। सर
हेलो
जी सर जी।
एक्चुअली डॉक्टर मुजीब साहब ने बोला था अभी जो हमारे कश्मीर में सिनेरियो है, तो शीप फार्मिंग है, शीप एक्चुअली डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ शीप हस्बेंड्री है, देन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एनिमल हस्बेंड्री है, मगर ये जो गोट है ये नेग्लेक्टेड है। तो हम यूनिवर्सिटी में भी एक फार्म एस्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हैं। डेफिनेटली हम प्रमोट करेंगे गोट फार्मिंग को, क्योंकि इसके बहुत सारे प्रोस्पेक्ट्स हैं और उसमें जो हमारे जो यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं हम उनको प्रमोट करेंगे, उनको ट्रेनिंग देंगे फ्यूचर में, सो दैट दे कैन एस्टैब्लिश देयर ओन यूनिट्स। तो हम होपफुली विल बी एस्टैब्लिशिंग, आपके कोलैबोरेशन के साथ अगर कोई हमारे साथ आप कोलैबोरेट करोगे तो हम यहाँ पे एक यूनिट खोलेंगे जिससे हम स्टार्ट करेंगे गोट फार्मिंग, क्योंकि हमारे पास एज सच यूनिवर्सिटी में गोट फार्म कोई नहीं अवेलेबल है। तो जिसमें हमारे पास 5-10 गोट्स होंगे, बट एज सच कोई गोट फार्म नहीं है। तो इन फ्यूचर वी विल एस्टैब्लिश अ यूनिट सो दैट वी कैन प्रमोट दिस एक्टिविटी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो हमारे ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी है वो भी बहुत इंटरेस्टेड है, दे आर रेयरिंग दिस बकरवाल गोट्स एंड अदर गोट्स यहाँ पे जो हो रहे हैं। तो अब आपके पास जो भी गोट्स हैं उनको हम ले सकते हैं सो दैट फ्यूचर में हमारा प्रोग्राम आगे बढ़े।
श्योर श्योर,
थैंक यू।
सर अगर ऐसा हो जाएगा तो आज का ये जो हम लोगों का वीकेंड वेबिनार है, ये बहुत ही इसकी सफलता होगी, ये बहुत बड़ी सफलता होगी कि आज हम सब लोग मिलके अगर ये सब अगर एक यूनिट स्टार्ट हो जाता है आपके यहाँ। ये सर क्या है कि एक्चुअली क्या है सर कि इतना मैं एक्चुअली आई वाज वर्किंग विद नेशनल डेयरी डेवलपमेंट बोर्ड एंड आई ज्वाइंड ICR इन 2011 ओनली, एंड आफ्टर 11 अभी मुझको आप सब समझ लीजिए एक 9-10 साल हुआ है टोटल जो टाइम हमारा है। और मैं पिछले सर 8 साल से 7-8 साल से ये देख रहा हूँ कि गोठरी में इतने लोग आ रहे हैं, इतना लोगों का इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हो रहा है, और इसके जो फाइनेंशियल्स हैं, इसके जो शॉर्ट साइज है, इसकी जो हैबिट्स हैं, इसकी जो डिमांड है, जो मतलब ह्यूज डोमेस्टिक डिमांड, मतलब अगर आप समझिए कि किसी भी कोई भी रिलीजन हो, कोई भी कास्ट हो, कोई भी सोसाइटी हो, कहीं सब जगह इसकी एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी है। तो इतनी डिमांड है सर कि इसलिए जो है यू जस्ट सी और एनालाइज द ग्रोथ इन सेल प्राइस, एवरेज सेल प्राइस जो मार्केट में है वो हर साल, नाउ इन आगरा, आई एम लिविंग इन आगरा, and the local market price is around 650 to 700 rupees per kg of meat.
Okay.
So इतनी डिमांड है सर इसकी, और इसीलिए that is why that if you are going to buy a cattle, it will cost you around 1 lakh or 1,20,000 rupees, and in the or your whole stake will be on that one single animal. और मैं इकोनॉमिक्स, क्योंकि बीइंग इकोनॉमिस्ट आई कैन सी दैट अगर हम इसको 1,20,000 रुपए में अगर आप 12 बकरी खरीद लेते हैं, 12 गोट्स खरीद लेते हैं, तो आपका पूरा रिस्क जो है वो 12 जगह डिवाइड हो जाता है।
Sure.
तो सर वो जो है ये सब चीजों को देखते हुए नाउ इट्स गेटिंग इम्पोर्टेंस एंड इट विल बी ए फ्यूचर एनीवन.
नहीं, डेफिनेटली. एक्चुअली फॉर योर काइंड इंफॉर्मेशन, हमारा जो स्टेट ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, वी आर इम्पोर्टिंग मीट फॉर द वर्थ रुपीज 200 करोड़ एनुअली. तो हमारे पास मीट कंजप्शन की बहुत डिमांड है, एंड वी डोंट हैव दीज एनिमल्स अवेलेबल, पर्टिकुलरली गोट. तो अब लोग भी अब पसंद करने लगे. Then people have started rearing these goats. Definitely, it will be a very good venture with us.
श्योर
तो
सर, श्योर.
अगर आपके साथ हम कोलैबोरेट करेंगे तो we'll be partners with you.
श्योर सर, श्योर. वी आर हियर टू हेल्प.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you sir, thank you very much sir. एक बार मैं सभी जितने भी participants हैं today, the participants who are joining this weekend webinar, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all of you. I would like to convey sincere thanks to all the entrepreneurs, progressive farmers who came today and joined us and shared their stories, success stories. And जितने भी लोग यहाँ पर, जितने भी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं और जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो भी इस गोट सेक्टर के बारे में आज थोड़ा सा चर्चा हुआ है, उसको थोड़ा और भी लोगों में कम्युनिकेट करेंगे, इसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. और डेफिनेटली एक साइंटिफिक गोट फार्मिंग जो है वो आने वाले टाइम में जो हमारे जितने भी अनएम्प्लॉयड यूथ हैं, अनएम्प्लॉयड जो हमारे लोग हैं जो अपना करना चाहते हैं, they can start a very good commercially, or we can say the viable unit. Thank you sir, thank you very much sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dikshit sir, for your diversified webinar on this goat farming and goat entrepreneurship training program. Thank you, you and all your team also, sir. Your entrepreneurs like Krishna, like Aslam Saab, Rasi Saab, Kalyan Saab, and so many others. You are highly thankful to us that you have give a very nice presentation and very good input to our entrepreneurs and our internees and some PG and PhD students. We are also highly thankful to our Dean, Urdu Dean, Dr. Bande Saab, for valuable suggestion, and also highly thankful to Dr. M. Faji Saab for his good input about this training program and this entrepreneurs training program. And I'm also highly thankful to other participants like Dr. So many participants like PG and PhD students and internship students for this training program to success this program webinar today. And also highly thankful to Dr. Patu and some other coordinators, co-coordinators of this program. Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you sir, thank you very much. Thank you sir.